Hello everyone, my name is Devin Adams. I'm a Fortinet instructor here in Tempe, Arizona for Dynamic Worldwide Training Consultants, and I am recording another quick video. So this one goes out to, I think it's Supid KC. He was mentioning several times, how do you terminate a VPN connection with the two FortiGates using a loopback interface? Now I was waiting for him to respond about when you'd use that in what situation, and it might just be my ignorance. I've never done that before, but it's the simple fact that I've never done it before that I wanted to try it out. And on top of that, I could use it as a video on how to create a loopback interface on the FortiGate anyways. So that's what we're going to do. So our goals for this video is, first we're going to create the loopback interfaces on both of the FortiGates, and then after that we'll build the Site-to-Site VPN using the loopback as the endpoints, and then we'll test it. So now before I begin, what is a loopback interface? So it's a logical interface, not a physical interface. And that logical interface is always up. So, I know that I've used it in the past for things like spanning tree or things like OSPF. If it needed like a default IP address at a certain ID number that didn't change. I'm just rambling now, but there's several reasons to have it. So, but yeah, let's go ahead and do it, guys. Are you guys ready? So let's go to our local FortiGate here. And that's not what I wanted to do. Let's go to the GUI of the local FortiGate. So here we go. We'll go ahead and we'll log in. All right. And we'll create that loopback interface. So to create a loopback interface, we're going to go to Network. We're going to go to Interfaces. All right. And then right here where it says Create New, we're going to say a new interface. All right. And as you can see here, there's quite a few options. There's link aggregation, there's a redundant interface, there's a loopback interface, there's a software switch, there's an SSID. We're going to do a loopback interface. All right. And because this is only going to be within our FortiGates, I'm going to pick some IP address here. Let me real quickly do a name. I better not do capitalized. So local loopback as its name. And then I'm just going to use something dumb like 1.1.1.1/32. Now I know that's a public IP address, but in theory, it should just be for our FortiGate alone. So I'm going to go ahead and say yes, create the object. Why not? And I'm going to give it ping access so we can see if that interface is up and pingable. So there you guys go. That is honestly it. So there you go. There's the loopback interface, the IP address. I did a /32 because there's only one IP address, and I gave it ping access. So just to test this out, I'm going to pop open the command console here, and I'm going to do an execute ping 1.1.1.1. And as you can see, it's pinging that interface. And how do I know it's actually pinging the loopback? I can just tell right now because of the latency there. I mean, there's no time at all because it's just internal. It's within the FortiGate itself. All right. Let's go ahead and do that again, but now on the remote side. All right. So let me go to my remote PC and let me log into the FortiGate. All right, here we go. Then we're going to go to our network interfaces. We're going to create new. Boom. You have to add that boom or it doesn't work. No, I'm just kidding. That was dumb. We'll say remote loopback. All right. And it's obviously going to be a loopback interface. And this one I'm going to say, hey, you know what? You're going to be 2.2.2.2, right? With the /32. It's going to make the object for us. Okay. I'm going to give it ping access. What? And then I'm going to hit OK. And then I'm going to test it by coming to our CLI on a remote FortiGate and doing an execute ping 2.2.2.2. And as you can see, it's hitting the loopback. So good times there. So guys, that is how you create loopback interfaces on the FortiGate, which is a logical interface that always stays up. And then there's plenty of application of why you'd use a loopback. I know I butchered some of my examples in the beginning, but like Casey was mentioning, how do we get a VPN tunnel to be able to terminate at the endpoints of these of these tunnels. Now, I haven't heard back from Casey of why he wants to do it, but there has to be some application for it. So let's go ahead and in the next video, build up that site-to-site connection and try to ping the loopback interfaces through the VPN tunnel. So, all right, guys, I'll see you in just a few moments.